Wally, you are up this week with a very special movie review. You made us
Yes,
watch a children's movie.
yes, it's called Bolt. It stars John Travolta and Miley Cyrus, and
Heavy hitters right here.
yeah. And we get to watch it because Macho Man has two lines, so
I'm
Two
not
it
convinced that
lines.
he does.
it counts. Yep,
Two lines for Macho.
yep, two lines. So we start in an animal rescue, and we see a tiny white dog who's waking up in the morning. We see a young girl walk in, and she picks him. She was alone. Did you notice that? It was just her.
Yeah, which is weird until you see the twist. And you're like, oh,
Right.
that's why.
Yeah.
Her
Uh,
parents have been abducted in the show.
so she already has the name tag with Bolt on it. And then we see 5 years later, uh, Penny and her father are talking on the phone, and it seems really serious and scary. He tells her that she can't go back to the house, but she'll be all right because she has Bolt with her. Uh, we see her father doing experiments on Bolt, and
Well,
now he has
not okay,
superpowers.
by the way, Dad.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Nope. Nope. But Bolt has superpowers now. Uh, Penny and Bolt are on a roof doing recon work on Dr. Calico. And is Dr. Calico and the Green-Eyed Man, are they two different people?
They're the
They're
same.
different, aren't
I thought they were the same too.
They're the
Yeah.
same. I just don't think Bolt knows his name.
Okay. Um, so Dr. Calico has Penny's father, and we then see a henchman walk into an alley, and Penny and Bolt follow him. They get trapped in the alley, and the henchman drives in his car towards them. Bolt runs at the car and headbutts it, which causes it to flip over Penny and land on its roof. Now, the henchman in the car is Macho Man Randy Savage.
Okay.
Yep,
So what is his first line? Ugh. Is that
basically.
it?
Yep, I'm not going to talk, that kind of thing. And then uh, Penny gets the henchman to talk by having Bolt hold the car over the edge of a bridge. And he starts saying, he gives away Dr. Calico's position and everything. I'm curious as how the TV show pulled that one off. A dog holding a car in his mouth.
Yeah, some of these special effects, like there's a part where the dog kills a bunch of people, and it's like, how did they pull that off? Like an exploding helicopter.
Um,
It's
so
all
then
wires. It's all wires.
they start getting chased by helicopters and motorcycles. They almost get caught, but Penny says zoom zoom, and Bolt grabs a handle that shoots from out of her scooter, and he takes off going super fast. We see Bolt bust through a wall to avoid a few bad guys. One of them throws a bomb onto a truck, and Penny has Bolt fetch it while she avoids the other bad guys. We see him shoot lasers out of his eyes to take down a helicopter, and then he puts the bomb on top
Kill.
of a bad guy's head.
Killing people.
Yep.
You do a lot of stuff too.
The bad guy throws the bomb up into the air, and it hits one of his helicopters and destroys that.
Killing a guy.
Yep. Penny and Bolt are almost to the airport when they see a mass of cars and helicopters approaching them. Penny tells Bolt to speak, and he does a super bark, which is a sonic wave bark that destroys all the enemies in front of them.
Oh, that's super bark.
Oh, yes. And he has a
Basically,
special little stance.
he has every superpower there is except flying.
Yep.
And
Yep.
invisibility.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Penny then takes a picture with Bolt, and she brings him into a trailer, telling him that the mission is accomplished. Don't see how the mission's accomplished, but okay. They get in the trailer, and a bell rings, and all the bad guys get up. We see a bunch of people walking into a room that shows different camera angles. It's all a big show being put on because they want
To get
Bolt
the
to,
dog to act better.
yes,
That's
they
an
want him
actor.
to believe everything's real. Yeah.
They're
Uh,
Truman showing this dog.
Yes.
Yes, very
Awesome.
good.
One of the shots has a
Okay.
boom mic in it, and the director gets angry. Mindy is a lady from the network who asks why it's such a big deal if Bolt sees a boom mic, and the director then tells her that he's such a good actor because he truly believes everything is real. Mindy tells him that the show is too predictable and she's going to fire everybody if they don't start getting better ratings. Sounds a little bit like somebody else we know.
Hmm. I like how
Uh,
they solve that problem with the most, like, at the end.
yeah.
They solve it with the most stupid, like, predictable bullshit that they can.
Yeah.
Add aliens to it.
Yep. We see Bolt and Penny are in the trailer, and he's still worried about the bad guys. She's trying to play with him, but he just doesn't want to play. Her phone vibrates, and he immediately looks at it and then gets in front of the door trying to make her stop because he knows that when her phone vibrates, she's going to leave him alone in the trailer. She goes outside, tells her agent and her mom that she wants to take Bolt home for the weekend so he can be like a normal dog. But the agent does not want that to happen. He does his stupid double talk agent stuff, ignores her and gets her to go over to wardrobe. Then we get to see Dr. Calico's two cats get on top of Bolt's trailer.
Damn
And they
cats.
they talk to each other about how Bolt thinks the show is real. And then they open up the hatch on the trailer and they talk to him, and he's giving a stereotypical superhero good guy speech, and the cats are just messing around with him. Then we go to Bolt and Penny, who are sneaking through a jungle trying to get into a jungle facility.
Jungle facility.
Yes. We hear the director giving all the directions to the crew while Penny and Bolt are breaking in. The bad guys all get taken out, and we see Bolt use heat vision and a judo chop, which I thought was hilarious.
Yes.
Dog using judo chop.
He can do karate. So he can do some stuff.
Yeah. Dr. Calico surprises Penny and captures her without Bolt, and that's when the director ends the episode as a cliffhanger. Penny wants to go see Bolt, but everybody says she can't do that because Bolt needs to think it's still all real. She's worried he's going to be freaking out all night. We see the cats are getting back on top of the trailer as Bolt is getting put in it by, I believe, the same henchman as Randy Macho Man Savage. So he might have had another line here, but I don't remember. They open the hatch and Bolt jumps up onto the henchman and escapes through the hatch. He runs back onto the set. He hears Penny calling for him, so he runs around the backstage where a sound editor is working on a clip that has Penny in it. He keeps running around looking for Penny. He sees something that looks like what Penny was captured in, so he tries to jump through a window thinking it will break, but it obviously doesn't because he doesn't actually have powers. Mm-hmm. And he falls backwards into a box that's being shipped somewhere. It's closed up and shipped away. When it's opened, Bolt jumps out and runs outside, and he's in New York City now.
So did he go from LA to New York and back?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that what it was?
Trip, I think.
Yeah.
He went cross country twice.
I guess so. I don't know.
Wow.
Well,
superpowers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of that's some serious travel.
It's also kind of curious why they were shipping something to New York City to begin with, but whatever.
I thought it was always in New York City until they went to LA at the end, and I was like, oh, wait, it was in LA.
No, it's Hollywood, man.
Confused. It's very confusing. So, yes, he went from LA to New York back to LA.
Yeah.
And survived.
He sees what he thinks is the Green-Eyed Man through a chain link fence. So he runs at it, but he bounces right off. He then tries to judo chop the man, but that doesn't work either. And then he notices it's not actually the Green-Eyed Man. He keeps running and tries to leap over sidewalk construction, but doesn't make it. He sees a porta potty that looks like what Penny was captured in, and he is gonna headbutt the truck to make it stop, but the truck turns on its side and spills the porta potty over with it, and then he notices that Penny isn't inside of it. And then Bolt meets a few dogs on the sidewalk, and he tries to get their help. The dog walker then puts a leash on him, thinking that, I'll just take another dog home with me.
He needs help.
Yep.
He's lost.
He runs away instead and gets his head stuck in a park fence, but he can't bend the bars, obviously. And then he starts talking to a few pigeons who know he looks familiar, but
Can't place it.
they can't place him. They just can't place him. We see 2 different buses with Bolt's face on it drive by as they just can't place it. Bolt thinks the packing peanuts have weakened him. Which
Styrofoam is not good. America, don't use it.
He tells the pigeons that he needs to find the green-eyed man, which means he needs to find a cat, and the pigeons say they know just the cat to help him. Then we meet Mittens. She's a stray cat who has pigeons bring her food for her protection from her claws. That's what I gained from that. So,
Okay.
Bolt attacks Mittens, and she doesn't know what's going on. The pigeons tell Bolt that she's definitely the right cat, and Bolt wants information, so he holds her over a highway. She starts freaking out, obviously, and she finally notices his collar says Hollywood, so she tells him that she knows where Penny is. They go dumpster diving, and she finds a map of the world a map of the U.S. according to like a chicken restaurant, I think.
Oh, where all the locations of the restaurants are. Yes.
Yeah. She shows Bolt that they're in New York City, and then she shows them where Hollywood is. Bolt ties Mittens up with his leash, and they start. He sees a moving van, and he tries to break the padlock with his heat vision. Obviously, that doesn't work, but the movers come back, and the 2 of them hide under the couch and get onto the van. Next, we see Penny's agent. He comes in with good news, and Penny thinks he's found Bolt, but he's talking about going on the Tonight Show. Her mom tries to cheer. Yeah, exactly. Her mom tries to cheer her up, and the agent just keeps being a slimy agent.
She looked like Drew Carey to me.
Yeah, the mom looked like Drew Carey?
No, the agent.
Oh.
The agent did.
The agent looked like Drew Carey?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did? So. Like very thin Drew Carey?
Well, yeah, like Drew Carey is thin now. Drew Carey.
Is he that thin?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't seen Drew Carey in a while then. Bolt and Mittens are still in the van, and it's going through Ohio. Mittens is trying to find something to hit Bolt over the head with, but she keeps talking and asking him questions about his superpowers. She knocks over a box that has styrofoam packing peanuts in it, and he freaks out, thinking they're weakening him. So he jumps out the back of the van with her attached to him, and he gets a cut on his paw, and he doesn't know what blood is.
Right.
Mittens then tries to use a packing peanut to get Bolt to let her go, but he pulls the old look over there trick and knocks it out of her hand.
Cats aren't that dumb.
Yeah.
Wouldn't fall for
that. Bolt then gets hungry, and he doesn't know that feeling either.
How would he not? I don't understand this part.
Because he's never hungry.
They just feed him on demand. They know exactly when he's hungry.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay. Every dog is constantly trying to get food. At least mine.
Yeah, Mittens then teaches him how to beg because he doesn't know how to beg either, apparently. So this dog does not know how to dog.
No. Anybody else feel weird about Travolta's voice being the dog? Like,
yeah,
it's just slightly off. Like, it's not very friendly. It's kind of creepy and weird. Having it be him. I don't know.
Yeah. They find some RVs, and Bolt then begs for food from all the campers. Campers all are giving them food except for the one time where they tried it with Mittens and they just threw a like tin at Mittens.
Yeah.
Nobody likes cats. Then we see a bunch of hamsters in an RV, and one of them is watching TV. He is in a hamster ball, and his name is Rhino. He sees Bolt outside, and he freaks out, and he's a super fan, and he gets outside, and he starts talking to Bolt and Mittens about how awesome Bolt is. Rhino truly believes that the green-eyed man is real, and that Mittens is probably evil, and he wants to join the team to help Bolt rescue Penny. Bolt
Rhino's the
agrees.
best part of this movie.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, far and away.
Who was
Far and
Rhino
away.
again?
The
hamster.
hamster.
No, I know. Mark.
Oh.
Oh, some unknown.
The actor. I don't know
Yeah.
who that
Some
is.
unknown voice actor probably. But
But-
yeah, when he tells the one, what is it, person, they like die.
And then you just hear squeaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Bolt agrees to let Rhino come along, but Mittens is still skeptical, obviously. Rhino and Bolt want to jump onto a moving train the way he does on TV. Mittens finally realizes that Bolt is just a TV star, but Bolt jumps and they land on the train. Mittens helps keep Bolt on the train, even though Rhino thinks she's trying to sabotage him. He almost gets hit by a train, something on the side of the train, and he gets saved at the last second, but they fall off the train. Mittens runs up a tree, and she tries to convince Bolt that he doesn't actually have superpowers, and it's all TV, but he doesn't believe her. And then he tries to do his super bark, but it obviously doesn't work. So he just keeps barking at her. She notices something in the background, and they get captured by an animal catcher, just as Rhino comes back with a ladder. A hamster moving a ladder is quite impressive.
Figured it out though, ball.
Yeah.
That ball is almost indestructible too. Like, until the end, when it cracks finally, it's like, holy shit, what is that ball made out of?
It took a while for that ball to crack at the end too.
A giant like piece of lumber falls on top of it, and it's fine.
We see Penny making lost dog flyers. The agent tries to trick her with a dog that looks like Bolt, but she knows it's not him. And she's
what a dickhead.
Oh, yeah. She's rightfully pissed about that.
Major dickhead move.
Yeah. And then Mindy, the lady from the network, she tells her that if they don't start production up soon, everybody's going to have to be laid off, which basically convinces Penny to move on with the shooting and not let Bolt go, but just get back to work. We go back to Mittens, who knows that only the cute animals get adopted, and she's likely to be put to sleep.
The dark life to lead.
Yeah.
Dark. Very dark.
Bolt keeps trying to break out of his little cage on the truck. Rhino catches up with the animal catcher, and he gets out of his ball, and he starts laughing like a crazy person because he's going to help Bolt get out. Bolt runs at the door just as Rhino unlatches it, and they both fly off the truck. Rhino tells him that he opened the door, and Bolt is disappointed because it's just more proof that Mittens was telling the truth about him being just a TV star and everything being fake. Bolt gets a speech from Rhino, who's trying to motivate him to save Mittens anyways. So they go find the building where Mittens is, and they sneak in. They use Rhino and his ball to get all the dogs to start barking to distract the guard, so Bolt can get into the cat section and find Mittens. He helps get her out of that, and They escape after they talk about how Bolt doesn't actually have any powers. Then they get caught. They get caught by a guard and chased out, but escape because Rhino's ball smacks one of the other guards in the face, and somehow in their escape, they blow up a truck.
Yeah. They blow up that one dog catcher's truck.
Yeah. And then she maces the other guy in the
Yeah,
face.
that was funny. She maces the other two guys. Look, my truck.
They hop on an 18-wheeler. Bolt and Mittens have a heart-to-heart about why dogs are great and cats are just jealous of them. She explains about how dogs are treated in houses. Oh, because they're in a house that's being moved. That's right. Okay. She used to live in a house, but claims that she ran away. She's
got a past.
We see a montage of her teaching Bolt how to be a dog, and them traveling cross country.
Is this he like realizes he starts to realize he doesn't have powers?
Yeah, he's already realized.
He sticks his head out the window and all that kind of fun stuff.
He doesn't know how to play with other dogs, that kind of thing. Then we see them doing real well in Vegas. They're eating like kings, and Mittens
food
really
in every
likes
dumpster.
it. Yeah, Mittens really likes it there, and she makes 3 little houses for them. But Bolt tells her that he can't stay there, and he's still going back to find Penny. Mittens then brings him to a billboard showing him the TV show, and she tries to convince him that Penny's just an actress and she doesn't actually care about him. She says that all that humans do is leave you, and she tells him about how her owners just left her behind when they moved away, which that's real fucked up.
Cool.
Yeah. He tells her that Penny's different, and she tells him to leave. So he leaves, and Mittens is left behind with Rhino. She tries to convince Rhino that Bolt left to face the green-eyed man alone, but Rhino says that he needs to go after Bolt to help him because that's just what friends do, and you gotta stick by your friends, and good stuff. Bolt finally gets to Hollywood. He's overlooking Hollywood. He meets some pigeons who try to pitch him an idea about aliens. And he tells
them
them
one of the pigeons is Nick Swardson.
Nick Swardson, yeah.
Yep.
I like Nick Swardson. He's a
Blake,
funny guy.
I believe he was.
Yes. Bolt tells the pigeon that he'll listen to them if they help him find Penny. So they bring him to the studio. And Rhino and Mittens also somehow make their way to the studio and sneak onto the lot as Bolt is looking around. We get Rhino trying to attack one of the actors who's one of the bad guys.
Die!
That was such a good one. Bolt finds his trailer and then hears Penny calling for him. So he's running towards her in the shadows, but just before he gets to her, the new Bolt runs into her arms. And then fake Bolt.
Yeah, we get the whole, she's moved on, but it's really for the TV show.
Exactly. So he retreats more into the shadows and starts and leaves. But then the fake Bolt's trainer does the little clicky with the training clicks, and the fake Bolt runs away, and Penny's obviously still heartbroken about Bolt being missing, and Mittens sees that Penny's still sad. Then we go to Penny's father, who's still being held hostage, and Calico shows him that they have Penny, who is being held above the stage on like on a rope held above the stage. The fake Bolt busts through the door. This is part of the TV show, obviously. And he's supposed to attack the bad guy actors, but he gets scared of them, and he accidentally starts a fire. Outside,
Oh shit!
yep, outside we see Mittens tell Bolt that Penny still loves him and misses him, and Bolt tells her to shut up because he hears something, and he realizes that Penny's in trouble because of the fire. Bolt, Mittens, and Rhino all run towards the fire. Rhino's ball holds up a beam that's fallen, and Mittens takes him out of it just as Bolt slides into the building and the beam collapses.
Huge action sequence.
Yes. Bolt finds Penny in the fire, but they almost get crushed by a falling helicopter. And he starts leading her out of the building, but she can't breathe because of all the smoke. He finds a vent for them to crawl out of, but she just can't move anymore, and he lays down with her instead of leaving her. We see Penny's mom outside freaking out, and Bolt stands up one last time. He looks into the vent, and he does the super bark pose and barks into the vent, which alerts all the firefighters to their location. Bolt and Penny are then taken outside or put on a stretcher to be taken to the hospital. Mittens is under the stretcher, so that's good. And then the agent tries to use it as media hype, and Penny's mother kicks him out and quits. The next thing we see is Penny with a new face, because it's a new actress.
Yes.
And Calico attacks her, but he gets stopped by the fake Bolt's laser vision. Fake Bolt and fake Penny jump out of the building and get abducted by aliens.
There you go. So those
What a tweet.
pigeons sold that script.
Yeah, they did. The TV gets
That
turned
spec
off.
script.
Yeah, the TV gets turned off, and Rhino absolutely hates the alien idea. And it's Mittens hanging out with Penny's mom, and Bolt and Penny go outside and play. The end. Happy ending. Yay.
Happy ending.
Yeah. We learned that Hollywood is evil.
Yes.
You should quit Hollywood.
Especially agents. Agents are the worst.
Agents are the worst.
Yep.
It's funny how movies make these agents the worst, even though they're representing the actors. It's kind of a weird thing. It was all right.
Yeah. I watched it a couple years ago, and I could have sworn that there was another dog that was part of their little troop, and I thought that was going to be Macho Man, so that's why I thought he would be in it more.
If Macho Man was a dog, it'd be a lot better.
He would be.
If Macho
I'd say
Man
a
could be
bulldog.
any, I was gonna say, if Macho Man could be any animal, what would he be?
Bulldog's probably a good option.
Yeah.
But there's already bulldogs in wrestling.
Good point.
True.
Good point. I would say some type of bird, but now that you've put that out there, he cannot be a bird either because there were birds in wrestling too.
Maybe a wombat or something.
It's a loud grass, like a weird animal. Like,
He'd be a Wolverine.
Or a
Oh,
honey badger.
Honey badger.
honey badger, Macho the honey badger. Yeah, turns out he wasn't in this movie very much.
Nope. He did have lines though.
I did Google why is Macho Man in this movie. Why is Macho Man in Bolt and nothing comes up? There's no
nothing
information.
came up.
There's no information as to why. Like, I thought maybe like, oh, he's friends with the director or he knew somebody. Like, why is he in this? For
Maybe he
30
just needed
seconds.
money.
Going
I
on.
guess. I was surprised I didn't recognize his voice immediately. I thought for sure
Right,
that
I
I
agree.
would.
And I got to the end and I couldn't find him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought for
yeah.
sure.
I was
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
for it the entire time.
He toned it down for sure. He toned
Yeah,
his
he
voice
must
down.
have. He must
Yeah.
have. Although, if you ask Hep, Dan the Dan Hep, who met him one time, he said that the voice was always the voice. He met him in an airport. I mean, he was a kid, so maybe he was putting it on, but
Yeah.
he was as full on Macho Man as you could be. You would want when he met him in the airport.
Maybe for like the movie, he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to be me.
I
I'm a
suppose.
character. I'm a character." 'Cause
Maybe
I'm
he
an
was
actor."
trying to
The character for one line?
a serious actor.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
good.
it was all right.
It's all right.
it wasn't the worst thing we've watched.
No, certainly not.
Certainly not.
Certainly not. We watched so much worse.
Yeah.
Who does that bring us to
I
now?
think it's Mike.
Believe it to Michael.
Oh man, me again?
Every 4 weeks, it's weird.
Don't.
It's
Yeah.
weird how it does that. It goes around again.
What do you think? What, Wally? What do you think I'm gonna do?
The backyard wrestling.
Oh,
no,
don't
it's not,
worry.
it hasn't happened
Please
yet.
don't.
Can't. He cannot make us. It's not on yet.
But
God.
I think in a month it will be on.
No.
So, but we're gonna do Jeopardy again.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm gonna
Easier
make
questions, but not too easy.
I'm gonna try to make it a smidge easier for you, dummies.
I didn't think it was very hard last week. I thought it was fine.
Oh, a couple weeks ago when it was just so easy. Like
No.
what is a tag
4
team?
weeks ago when I won it.
Oh, you barely won. You won by
I
a
got you
dollar.
guys out of the water. You didn't even make it to the end.
You won by a dollar.
I was the only one sticking around at the end.
You won by a dollar.
That is true. You only won by a dollar.
Hey, what's the Fast and Furious quote, Wally? It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or by a mile or
mile.
something like that.
Winning's winning. Yep.
I like how you hate that movie series, but you know the quote.
The first one's not bad.
I think that's as far as I watched.
No, we definitely watched Too Fast, Too Furious on the
Did
Moine
we?
channel. Come on.
Is it Ludacris that's in it? Or no, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Ludacris is in the second one.
Ludacris is
Ludacris is
the
in-
second one. Yeah.
Job rules in the first.
Oh
Yeah.
right.
Right. Ja Rule.
Menage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too Fast, Too Furious. Is
I definitely
Tyrese?
did not see Tokyo Drift.
No.
Oh, you
No.
don't
Who
need
sees
to.
that? No one sees that. You just immediately skip to Fast 5. Go Fast 1,
I
Fast
don't
5.
know what
and just
4 is.
go from there. You don't remember what 4 is?
Yeah, what was 4?
It's back to the other.
It was when Vin came back. I think that was 4. Came
Was
back
that
at the end.
Did that one end with Letty being dead?
Think so.
It was Lenny.
Not Letty. Han?
No,
Thought it was
the
Han.
girl. No, Vin's girl. Vin Diesel's girl.
Oh,
Didn't she
maybe.
come back to life or something?
Yeah, she did because it
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
she
She comes
wasn't
back
really
to life.
dead.
Yeah, she
But-
comes back to life. Just skip to Fast 5. Bill,
Just don't watch him all at all.
I still want this show to watch Hobbs and Shaw. I've been waiting for it to pop up on something, and it hasn't. I've been waiting for Hobbs and Shaw because it has not only The Rock, but also Roman Reigns.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
You can make us watch that.
Yeah, you certainly could.
I will when it pops up on an appropriate streaming
No.
service.
No one tell him when it does.
I'm excited. This has nothing to do with the show, but Knives Out is on Amazon
Oh,
Prime.
So
and
good.
I'm excited to watch
So-
that.
So good.
oh,
Is,
I saw that, but I didn't
I have
stop.
2 good movies that I need to watch: Uncut Gems, which I haven't watched, and
not
I'm
watched
saving
it.
it for the right time.
Still haven't watched that.
I don't
yet.
understand why it's supposed to be so good.
Well, first of all, Kevin Garnett is in it, so that's why it's so
Yeah.
good to me.
Anything is possible.
Anything
We should-
is possible.
We should probably end this. We're still recording.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
people
over.
Like, people like hearing this.
Yeah, this is
Why?
more interesting than than Bolt.
That's
Is
fair,
it?
That's fair.
Send out a poll. What's more interesting, our nonsense
Wow,
or
get on
Bolt?
that. You do our social
Send
media.
out a poll, social media.
Here, I'll do a poll right now.
A poll on Twitter.
Uh,
I started watching The Mandalorian. I watched the first
Oh, that's
episode
good.
today.
Good. Good.
My favorite part is when Baby Yoda gets punched.
Spoilers, Bill. Spoilers for Wally.
I don't think I broke a big storyline there.
I also don't believe him because I don't think Bill watched it.
He didn't, but
Exactly. I'm also
Yeah.
still watching Arrested Development. And Mike, you're right. 4th season does
sucks.
go
I just got the
crazy.
4th season of Community, and
What the hell is this?
hey, let's see. Oh, yes, I got I got 2 yeses. Is this a maybe so?
Does
I
anyone
don't-
else
I'm
see
not getting
this?
a third.
I don't know what
just
I'm.
got-
It just says. It just says end poll.
It just said, well,
I can't click on anything.
I've got 2 votes.
I can't. How do I vote?
All because you're
Just-
a co-host. That's why.
End poll.
Uh,
End
Well-
poll.
I'm gonna relaunch the poll.
Oh, I can't vote. Share results. Maybe so. Just vote for that. All right. So Jeopardy, but not as hard, but not as easy.
Oh, don't dumb it down for these schmucks.
I'll try my best to dumb it down.
Don't dumb it down too much.
It
How
should be
many
all
people
about
were in
New
the Four
Japan.
Horsemen?
It should be all New
what's the
Japan.
part number? Like 30?
Yeah.
Tell me the differences between Bushi and Ibushi.
Yeah, really.
There's an I, and that's it.
All right.
An
That's
important
it.
eye.
This is a very important eye. Look out for that eye. All right. This is over. We'll play Jeopardy next. That's not that hard, hopefully. And we're going to take out Bill, Wally.
Yes, we will.
We're going to get him.
Well,
We're coming to get you.
You will. You will.
You're going down. All right. Peace out.
Peace.